For years, the world of cryptocurrency felt like an exclusive club. You needed powerful, expensive computers and a ton of technical knowledge to even get started. This created a huge barrier for the average person who was curious but didn't have the resources to participate. The energy consumption alone was a major issue. With cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin using more electricity than entire countries, this made many people wonder if there could be a better, more accessible way to create digital money. The Pi network was born from this very question, aiming to completely change the game by putting the power of crypto mining right into the palm of your hand. The core idea behind the Pi network is incredibly simple, and that's what makes it so revolutionary. Instead of complex mining rates that solve difficult mathematical problems, Pi allows you to mine coins directly from your smartphone. All you have to do is open the app once a day and tap a single button. That's it. This daily check-in proves you are a real human, not a bot. Securing the network through your consistent participation. This approach removes the need for expensive hardware and drastically lowers the energy required, making it one of the most eco-friendly digital currencies out there. This ease of access has led to an explosion in popularity. The project has attracted millions of users, known as pioneers, from all over the globe. Before its official launch, the network already had a massive community, with over 18 million people completing the necessary identity verification, or KYC, process. This built-in user base is a significant advantage, creating a ready-made network of people who believe in the project's vision. Unlike many crypto projects that launch and then struggle to find users, Pi started with a dedicated community already in place, eagerly awaiting the next phase of its development. The way Pi manages its coin supply is also designed for long-term growth and scarcity. The mining rate, which is the speed at which you can earn new Pi coins, is designed to decrease as more people join the network. The rate was halved when the community reached certain milestones, like 1 million and then 10 million users. This process is set to continue until the network reaches 1 billion users, at which point the mining reward will drop to zero. This ensures that early adopters are rewarded for their faith while preventing the market from being flooded with too many coins, which helps protect its value over time. For a long time, the Pi coins that millions of people were accumulating on their phones had no official monetary value. They existed within a closed system, an enclosed mainnet, where users couldn't trade them on public exchanges. Any prices you might have seen were for speculative IOU tokens, not the real thing. The development team spent years carefully preparing for the big moment, focusing on building a secure and scalable network while ensuring as many users as possible could verify their identities. This patient approach was crucial for building a solid foundation before unleashing the currency into the wide world of public trading. Everything changed on February 20th, 2025. On this day, the Pi network finally launched its open mainnet, a milestone the community had been anticipating for years. This meant that the Pi coin was no longer just a number in an app. It became a real tradable cryptocurrency. The coin was listed on major exchanges, including OKX, allowing pioneers who had migrated their balances to finally sell, trade, or buy more Pi on the open market. This transition from a closed ecosystem to a publicly traded asset was a massive step, validating the efforts of millions of early adopters and marking the true beginning of Pi's economic growth. As with many new crypto launches, the price of Pi saw a lot of action in its early days. It debuted on the exchange at a price of $1.84. Within just 1 week, excitement pushed its value to an all-time high of $2.91. However, this initial surge was followed by a correction, a common pattern where early investors take profits. The price eventually found a lower level, dropping to around 63 cents in April. Since then, the market has shown signs of stabilizing. The coin has been trading within a more predictable range, generally between 75 cents and $1.35, suggesting it is finding a more stable footing after the initial launch volatility. Today, Pi holds a respectable position in the cryptocurrency market.
ushobora gusanga Pi network ariyo yashoboye gusohokera ku giciro cyiza cyane ugereranyije n'izindi mayini. kandi Pi murabyibuka yuko tugitangira kumayininga rino faranga rya payi twamayininze amapayi menshi cyane aho abantu batangiye bamayininga nibura ku munsi bamayininga payi zirenga $50 ku munsi. Ariko uyu munsi urebye mayininga irimo ushobora kumayininga payi ukayimayininga ibyumweru bibiri, aricyo kigaragaza yuko payi ishobora kuzahenda ku isoko. Ibi rero bikaba bivuga yuko payi ni ifaranga ryaje kugira ngo rikoreshwe mu bucuruzi, aho tuzaduhererekanya amafaranga tugahererekanya ibicuruzwa ryacu ya payi netiwaka. Ushobora kwibaza ngo ese ni gute tuzadusharinga amafaranga? Ushobora kuyasharinga hagati y'umupayona n'undi ukoresheje amawallet atandukanye. Ushobora kuyasharinga ukoresheje Binance mu gihe uzaba umaze kuyitinga Coinbase nk'uko tubikora hano ku ma-exchange ya OKX ndetse n'izindi. Buriya rero turashimira timu ya kuba timu ishobora kuza kureberera abapayona ndetse no kutugerera aho tutagera kugira ngo tubone ibisubizo by'ibyo twifuza. Hanyuma rero hano turagaruka tugira inama abapayona tudakwiriye gufata payi ngo twumve yuko ariyo gushyira ku ma-exchange, ahubwo ari ifaranga byaje kugira ngo duhahe ibiribwa, serivisi, twishyure amashuri y'abana ndetse tunishime mu muryango iturukamo tubikesheje iri faranga rya cryptocurrency. Dushobora kwibaza ngo rero ese ni gute ifaranga rishobora kugera mu ntoki za wa mucuruzi ugiye kugura. Hano ushobora kugura ukamusharinga ukoresheje wallet, ushobora kumwishyura ukoresheje scanner, ushobora kumwishyura, hari uburyo bwinshi cyane ushobora kwishyura igicuruzwa waguze ukishyura payi zawe. Ibi ndagira ngo wenda abantu badashoboye cyangwa bifuza ko tuzabafasha kwishyura kubera uko mushobora kwishyura, mutere agatebe namwe mukurikire tubereke uburyo ki uzajya ukoresha wishyura igicuruzwa wamaze kwishyura. Hanyuma kumayininga nabyo ntabwo bihagaze. Ni nayo mpamvu navuga ngo payi ni cryptocurrency nziza cyane, aho yarocinze kandi igakomeza no kumayiningwa mu matelefoni yacu. Ibi rero ni byo kwishimira ndetse ni n'ibyo gukomeza gusharinga bagenzi bacu kugira ngo na wa muntu wacikanywe nawe atangire kumayininga. Noneho ni nacyo gihe cyiza cyo kumayininga kuko noneho azajya amayininga mu gihe cy'ukwezi atangiye no kurya kuri ya mafaranga yiwe.
What makes the Pi network so compelling is its incredible accessibility. It successfully broke down the barriers that kept most people out of the cryptocurrency space. You don't need to understand complex technology or invest thousands of dollars in equipment. All you need is a smartphone and a few seconds each day to participate. This simplicity is its greatest strength. It has allowed the project to build one of the largest and most engaged communities in the entire crypto industry. The network's power comes from its people, a global and diverse group of pioneers who are all invested in its success. The journey so far has been impressive. From a simple mining app to a publicly traded currency with real-world utility. The launch on exchanges like OKX was a critical step, providing liquidity and a market-driven pricing of the coin. The ability to use Pi for everyday purchases like electricity and data is even more significant, proving its potential as a functional currency. These achievements have laid a strong foundation, but the journey is far from over.
ndatekereza ko murimo
The project
mureba
has
hano
successfully navigated its
hano
early stages,
niba
but the next phase
twicaye
will be
hasi
about
turimo
expanding this
tuganira
utility
turimo
and
tugura
growing the
turimo
ecosystem even
dusharinga
further.
ibizatuma
Looking ahead,
buri
the main
muntu
thing to watch
wese
will be the
abasha
expansion of Pi's
kwishimira
peer-to-peer
intsinzi
marketplace. The
agezeho
ultimate vision is for
abapayona.
users to be able to buy and sell
Hanyuma
a
rero
wide range of
bapayona
goods and services
nk'uko
directly with one
tudahwema
another using
gukurikira
Pi.
nk'uko
Imagine a
tudahwema
global
kumayininga
marketplace where you can pay
ntituzigere
for a freelance
dupfusha
service,
ubusa iri
buy a
faranga
handmade
ryacu
product,
twamayininze kugira ngo natwe bizatugirire umusaruro mu gihe
developing the infrastructure and
tuzaba
partnerships
dutangiye
to make this
gukoresha
a
iri
seamless
faranga.
reality will be the next
Yes,
major
bayi rero
challenge
reka
and a key
mbasezere
indicator of its
mbabwira ngo
long-term
dukore
success.
dukurikire
The
akantu
future of
kandi
Pi will depend
ku
on its
buryo
ability to
nta
continue
muntu n'umwe
innovating and staying true to its core mission
Bye
of
bye.
accessibility. We should watch for more merchants and businesses to start accepting Pi as a form of payment. We should also monitor how the development team continues to manage the coin's economy especially with such a large supply. While its price will likely continue to fluctuate, the real measure of success won't be its dollar value but its adoption rate. If Pi can continue to grow its utility and become a go-to currency for everyday transactions, it could truly become the future of mobile money.